You probably know that the outbreak of COVID-19 has not only put a strain on our medical system, but if your family is like mine, you're probably not doing many of the things outside of the home that you normally would. Unfortunately, this means that many children are falling behind on their vaccinations. These shots keep our kids safe from very serious diseases, which is why school-age children are required to have specific immunizations up to date or to have an approved certificate of exemption so they can go to school. There are other vaccines that aren't required that also help prevent diseases and viruses. To learn more about ways to keep your family healthy and safe, contact your doctor today or your school nurse. The diseases we get immunized for are contagious, life-threatening, but preventable. Making sure your family is up to date on their immunizations is one of the easiest ways to keep our families and communities safe. Hello, my name is Luciana Trujillo, and I'm a pediatrician in Albuquerque, New Mexico since 2008. In this video, I will talk about the importance of keeping your children's vaccinations up to date and how you can get information and resources to help you do so. I'll share the basics of vaccination schedule for children up to 18 years of age and let you know some places to get your children vaccinated. For those of you who are interested in getting a certificate of exemption, I'll tell you where to get more information. We hope that this information will help you with school registration and, even more importantly, to keep your children healthy. What are the vaccination requirements for my child? Figuring out which vaccinations your child is supposed to get at what ages can feel a bit overwhelming. For some of them, you need to have more than one dose for them to work, so staying on top of the schedule is very important. You can get information about your child's schedule for immunizations through the Department of Health by visiting the link on the screen. By clicking on School and Daycare Immunization Requirements 2020 to 2021, English or Spanish, you can see here that there are 10 immunizations and the number of doses that your child should get by age and grade level. This schedule can look very confusing at first glance and can change from year to year. If you have questions, contact your child's doctor or your school nurse, and they can talk you through exactly what your child needs and when. If your child is behind schedule for their shots, your best bet is to see their doctor. Even during COVID-19, the Centers for Disease Control encourages people to see their doctor for regular vaccinations and preventative care. In some cases, you can go over your child's immunization records through a phone or video doctor visit. However, you will have to schedule an in-person visit to get an immunization. Whenever your child does get their immunization, please send a copy of the record to your school nurse right away. If you have given the school your child's most recent immunization records, then another place you can see if their shots are up to date is through Parent View. What if my child is behind on their immunizations? If your child has gotten behind on their immunizations, don't worry. A doctor or nurse can get them back on track. You should act quickly though, so they are protected. Call your doctor and work with them to build a plan and schedule appointments to safely get your child up to date. If you don't currently have a doctor, connect with your school's nurse. Worried about the cost? Immunizations are part of wild child checkups that your child should get from their doctor or clinic. The cost for them is covered by all insurances, including Medicaid. Plus, if you don't have either, you can get immunizations free from the New Mexico Department of Health. If your family or someone you know has low income would like to see if you can get free healthcare support through Medicaid, you can get more information by watching one of our other videos. Or you can contact APS Medicaid Support Team at 505-855-5261 for English and 505-855-9820 for Spanish. What if I don't want my child to get immunizations? All students in public, private, homeschools, or attending childcare facilities must have up-to-date vaccines. However, families with medical or religious reasons only can request an exemption. There is a specific process for getting a proper exemption certificate with details on the Department of Health website. Part of the reason I became a pediatrician is that I love kids and I hate to see them sick, especially when there are easy things we can do to keep them healthy and safe. And immunizations are one of these things. They not only keep your child safe, but they also keep our community healthy as well. So thank you for all that you do for your children, including keeping your children's vaccines up to date.